strange. Hello and welcome back to the pitch.
Every time it just ends way too sharply.
There's a little lag. I can never time it perfectly because it stops, it goes silent, and then it goes back. But anyway, welcome back to the finish line, proudly sponsored by Hollywoodbets. It's Coral Eclipse. I was trying to think what the hell we're talking about today.
I'm gonna be honest. I come on here every week, and I'm so excited about the racing and the flat racing. It's fucking terrible this weekend. The only one good race is the Coral Eclipse. Genuine.
50 seconds in, first crossword.
Literally only looking forward to seeing one horse. Just one. I'll be happy with that. Like
Misriff.
No, God, no. Not that John Gosling yak. Tom's going to tip him anyways. Is all
Bold statement. He mightn't be the only one.
I hit the race and post headlines there. There's two big headlines.
What?
Are we on about? Yeah, we'll get to the Coral Eclipse. First big headline is Jim Bolger has declined the invitation to go to the Oireachtas, the Parliamentary Agriculture Committee.
Bottled it. Jim, you bottled it.
They're all lying fools up there anyways, doing the right thing. Stay at home, Jim. Go on, Tom, keep going.
Yeah, that's interesting. He's not gonna go. Yeah.
What's the other one?
The other one is I don't know if you've been keeping up to date with this. There's a case in the High Court in the UK. A punter with Paddy Power. He rang up to place a bet and he staked 1,300 each way on a horse. And rather than it gets better. Rather than the 1,300 each way, the trader, the trader on the phone the person who took the phone call rang it through to a trader and relayed it as 13 grand each way. To which they came back to him and said, "Oh yeah, your bet has been laid, so that's 26,000 coming out of this account." And he said,
16-1 shot at Wolverhampton,
and I won.
It won.
Oh yeah, take him to the cleaners.
And he said, "Yeah,
oh no."
No problem. 286 grand. And they said, "Oh no, you said 1,300." And he was like, "Well, you took 26 grand out of my account anyway." And he took it to the High Court and won. Fair play to him. It just stung with me, right? That case is going on, and Paddy Power are willing to take him to court not to have to pay out, right? And then on the other hand, somebody won just over $1 million with Betfair on an £11.50 accumulator, and they're after all the publicity they can get in the world for it, and it's the best thing ever that they're paying out $1 million. Why? Because one is a guy who bets quite a large chunk of change, and the other one is €11.50 accumulator, which is the kind of bet they want to take all week long. So they just have it every way they want it, and
it's the whole "it could be you" angle.
Yeah. It's a joke how they'll take someone to court over something like that, and then they want all the publicity over paying out $1 million on an accumulator.
They didn't win though, because your man's getting his money. More power.
Yeah, your man's getting his money. Fair play to him. But at the same time, how much is that? Like, he should obviously go for costs now and stuff, but you've got to have a fair chunk of change in your back pocket to go to the High Court. Like, go to the High Court.
Apparently, he had lost 19,000 on a bet earlier in the day. That the same day he made the bet, so he has money. Like the fella
he has money. He's lucky, but imagine it was a smaller bet and you ended up winning $500,000, or say you won the 286 grand, and they refused to pay out. And say it was you or me, I don't know what it costs to go to the High Court. 20-30 grand minimum, absolute bare minimum. I imagine it costs to go to the High Court. So that's an impossible situation for the average punter. Like
you probably know you're going to win on the basis that they took the money out of your account, but then you're still, where do I get 30 grand to go to court?
Know. Some of them court cases now are dodgy.
You just wouldn't know. This sets precedent anyway. So, because the point is, they wouldn't have given him the difference back if it lost. Like.
It's probably Clive Smith or something like that.
Yeah, well, all power to him. Well done.
And the other one is, it's not on there, but it's not in the race opposed, but it's very significant. Was
Shauna's on Sunday.
Shauna's entered Sunday. We'll get to her. Michael D. Higgins is the Irish president, for those of you who don't know. And he came out today criticizing gambling ads on TV, which the Irish president is a bit like the Queen. They don't really get involved in political matters.
Are we
Like the Queen.
am I in the Twilight Zone? Are we actually talking about that little hobbit?
Jesus.
Like, he literally doesn't do anything. Like,
Rubs his
yeah,
dog every now and
exactly.
then.
he can criticize things all he wants. Jog back there to your house in the Phoenix Park and shut up.
Let's not get political now, because
He's not even political. He
I
don't do
know.
anything.
he does.
He doesn't.
He turns up for matches, he rubs his dog, and he walks off.
I tell you what he does.
Best of luck, lads. Best of luck,
lads. Best of luck.
I tell you what he does. Sign that. Yeah, sign that. Yeah. Okay. Good man. See you now. Bye bye.
Yeah, but that's the whole point, though. Like, is that if he's getting involved in saying that there's too many gambling ads on the telly and stuff, it's not a good route for
Sounds to me
funding of
like
racing.
someone lost a few pounds the weekend and is unhappy about it. How about that?
Oh, Mickey D is losing a
Michael D's
fortune.
1150 ACCA went down the drain.
How about Michael D tuning into the finishing line? You won't get any winners, but you'll have a bit of crack while you do.
What? Excuse you.
Somebody abused me in one of the comments, or both of us actually, Andrew, for not tipping any flat winners. And the irony that on the same day I saw that comment, my sister went to Windsor Races and I told her to back 2 horses and they both won.
I don't tip any flat winners. No.
He was actually delighted. You were delighted, Tom, because the comment was like, leave Dave carry you through the flat season and he come back and jumps. And then Tom was like, he can have that. I just tipped 2 winners at Windsor.
I don't know what some people will be watching. They clearly don't listen to the tips, then they think we don't tip outings.
Recency bias.
It's still love Stradivarius, you know.
Yeah, look, just cause subjective is absolutely.
I'm all about what you've done for me lately. Subjective is all the way.
What have you done for me? Sorry.
Okay. Well, we won't be spending any winnings inside a pub in Ireland anytime soon, anyway.
Don't get him started. Oh, here we go.
You might be.
Welcome back to the Politic Line, proudly sponsored by Hollywoodbets.
You're vaccinated, so you'll be allowed in.
Yeah, I'd be kicking away there, eating pints. I'd be that drunk. I'll be eating pints. Yeah.
I've seen it before. It's quite entertaining.
Yeah, well,
I'll give it to you, Dave. It's the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard. Again, for those of you who don't know Irish politics, we have a situation where the proposal is that vaccinated people can eat inside and unvaccinated people can eat outside. And then when you go to the bathroom inside, everybody mixes together. Woohoo!
Right. And
it makes no sense.
If
like
the English viewers don't fully understand that, I'll break this down for you further. Right?
Oh God, here we go.
Because
yes, I got him going, Andrew.
Sound, Tom. Thanks for that. I don't have a shitload to read out anyway.
People that are under 35 have yet to be offered or have been vaccinated in Ireland for the most part. Because
I feel discriminated.
Some have anyway for various reasons and various conditions. And if you want to get one, you have one, so on and so forth. But as Tom said, if you're vaccinated, you can eat and drink indoors. And if you're not, you have to stay outside. But the majority of people in Ireland that work in the hospitality industry would be below the age of 35. So a 22-year-old waitress may serve you inside in the restaurant if you're vaccinated, can't even take a break and have her lunch in the restaurant.
I've heard this all yesterday.
Because she's not vaccinated. Now make heads or tails of that bollocks.
Oh, and you can also sit in a cinema for 2 hours and not be vaccinated, but you can go have a bit of dinner inside.
Ireland has descended into chaos, and if you want to come on holidays here,
don't.
It's going to be the case in like 3 weeks' time now that you're going to be able to go anywhere else in Europe do whatever the hell you want to in that country and come back and still not be able to go in and get your dinner inside.
But if you come into Ireland for a 2-week holiday, you got to spend it in a hotel isolating.
We joked yesterday about like going on a holiday and in say the 19th of July, you could go to Spain from Ireland because that like green pass thing will be in from the EU. Go to Spain and enjoy a 2-week holiday and do whatever you want over in Spain. You come back to Ireland, or if you stay in Ireland, you can't even go to the pub.
Welcome to the Emerald Isle, the land of dreams and make-believe. Because it's all fucking make-believe out of this government.
I think leprechauns are real now.
Unicorns. Riding unicorns up the rainbow.
A friend of mine is going to love this because he said to me, he said, get Dave going on that coronavirus, will you? And I said, I will.
What can you even do about it anymore? It's just a fucking shambles.
Like, what an effort do?
And
I want a bit of power for another 6 months.
The best thing I seen today was, you know the like kind of podcast things like this, but you know a lot of the news stations, they do the interviews, but they have someone recording them and they'll be going back and forth between who's talking. Our third in command, our transport minister, was cleaning his glasses with his face mask today on TV. So the face mask that is so vitally important, he was cleaning his glasses with them while he was talking. So there you go.
That's what we got to deal with, lads.
Who's our transport minister? I actually don't know anymore.
No, I don't care.
He's our transport minister, who's also the head of the Green Party that doesn't believe in transport, but yet has a 3-liter diesel Jeep.
Mr. Blobby.
And falls asleep in the door.
He has done that.
Twice.
Tom, you're so lucky you have dual citizenship, boy.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Sure, I can't go over there. If I go over there, I have to come back and bloody quarantine. The only thing that dual citizenship is good for at the minute is supporting the team in the Euros.
Oh, here we go. Why did I bring it up?
It's coming home, lad.
It's not coming home. It's not coming home. You'll fuck it. You will fuck it up.
No.
It's going to Rome. It's going to Rome.
Come on, the Italian. Come on.
Italia.
Da, 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 da. He sent me a video of the Italian national anthem the other day. I played it 4 times.
Come on, Chiellini. Oh, bring back Buffon just for that. Oh, come on, Italy.
They probably will mess it up, but this is the best chance they're ever going to get of winning a major tournament.
It would be so like England to beat Germany and have the easier side of the draw, like Ukraine and then Denmark or the Czech Republic, and get absolutely spanked by Denmark. That's just so England football team.
It is.
They go out to Denmark, they're heavy favourites. Denmark win 7-4.
Great score. Great game.
Things are different now. You can't score against. You can't score against England.
At full time, 7-4 in extra time.
Yeah. Right, on to the racing.
It's a good time. We should start a football podcast.
At least he spent some time talking about stuff because the racing, I don't think it's going to take that long. Stuff to say, though.
I have stuff to say. What will I start with? We'll go. If people didn't know, last week was the start of
Italia.
Jesus. Go on. Sorry. Go on.
No, I just had to. I just love it.
Oh my God. It frightened me a bit there.
They literally all.
Ow!
They're like, come on!
What the fucking sunburned you. Fucker.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
That guy's going to be on again. That guy's going to be on saying he's watching this with his kids and can you keep the language down?
We need to learn some swear words in Italian then. My cousin's married to an Italian. I text her and see can I get any swear words. The tagliatelle.
El fuck.
Oh yeah.
We need to say well done to a couple of people. Do you have this down, Andrew, for the Godolphin Stud and Stable Staff Awards?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, Emmett, am I right?
Yeah.
Henry de Romhead got the horse racing care.
Yeah, he got the Horse Care Award.
Go on, take it away, Tom.
Yeah, no, just well done.
Did Henners
phone call
ring
with
you
Henners
before?
today?
Ring you and tell you. We mentioned this on the podcast tonight, Tom.
Have you
Love
seen?
Henners.
If you haven't seen it, I think it's on Racing TV. The Rachel presented him with his award, but she went up and interrupted an interview. I'll leave you watch it. It's very funny. But it just shows, as Emmett said as well, like he's a cog in the wheel in that yard, and it's a massive, massive team effort. And I'm lucky enough to go and see it in operation quite regularly, and yeah, they're a fantastic operation. Fair play to Emmett for winning that. The standard of care they give horses is unbelievable. There's no stone left unturned, and he really deserves it. The other one is the Racecourse Award, went to Tramore Racecourse.
Yes, it did. On 12-4.
Go on, Tramore Racecourse. Yeah, and as you said, Andrew, just a nice little segue into this, is Shona is entered at Tramore on Sunday. If she runs, she would be our first Pimlico runner at Tramore. So we'll see what happens. I'll have a look at the race later in the week and have a chat about it.
Very winnable, Thomas. I was looking at it. Very winnable. It's pessimistic. Yeah. In the last few months, he was very optimistic, and he's gone very again.
He's optimistic about England winning the Euros.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not the worst race in the world. There's another race in a week or so's time as well. So we'll kind of have a look at that as well and see what happens.
In bloody Sligo, where we can't go to somewhere. We can go to Tramore. Like, if she loses, we don't care. Just leave us get to the races.
There's still only 4 owners per horse can go.
I don't.
They
really
are
want
going to try.
I've done busy Sunday.
What? Your gym is... Oh, you're right. Yeah, Sunday you're closed.
Jesus.
This is the only logic behind it. The gym is closed on Sundays.
The other news is 5,000. Galway are trying to get 5,000 people in per day of the festival on one of the government pilot schemes. So that would be really good. And something I put on Twitter was, what would be fantastic is if we could get syndicate members of horses in first. So if there's only 4 owners allowed go per horse, but you can have 5,000 people there, it doesn't feel right to me that you have to turn away owners of the horse who are registered owners of the horse. You know, if members of the public can go. And in fairness, Galway Racers liked my tweet, so I'm hoping they're taking that on board.
Have a guess how many Pimlico owners are going to be at Galway?
I hope it happens, but you might need to put Tony Houlihan on a boat to Australia for that.
I was hoping you were going to say a country that no one ever find him in. Like the Bermuda Triangle. It's not even an island, but you might get lost.
No, it's a triangle that people get lost in. So,
what else?
Anyway, well done to Emma and well done to Tramore Racecourse as well.
Yes, well done. Oh, I know. And also a good thing that we should be in contact with Galway is a great thing to be there would be the best podcast in Ireland there. So they need to ring them. Nice. Oh, but anyway, let's get started. I have a few things to announce, and then we go on to this yak racing. Bar one, because Dave's going to have an orgasm talking about St. Mass Basilica. See? Anyway, our boosted doubles, we started last week. They're going from Thursdays to Sundays. So there's going to be enhanced prices of a double, but we made a few tweaks this week. So the prices are available from 11 o'clock in the morning till midday, Thursday to Sunday. But now on Saturday and Sunday, if one leg of the double leaves you down, you will get a €5 free bet credited into your account latest by 12 o'clock the following day. I know it's going to be looked at again for upping the free bet amount, but as of now, it's €5. And every Friday on our Twitter page, we are going to put up 4 doubles, and you get to pick which one you want enhanced.
Very nice.
So there will be no quabbling or saying, why'd you put this up? Why'd you put that up? And if it goes well, I might do the Sunday one as well. So it'll be up from, say, midday on Friday up till 6 o'clock that evening. The one with the most votes gets enhanced for the next morning from 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock. And they're going to be fancied horses. They're not going to be some random yoke at 10 to 1 or 12 to 1. These are going to be fancied horses for the big races or some of the handicaps that horses look like handicap plot jobs. So you'll find all the links. And now this is through the sign up from the finishing line link. So if you're through that, you get access to all this. You get the free bets credited. And the free bets are to be used on horse racing markets only. And the free bets won't appear in your account, but when you go to pick your selection, it'll appear in your bet slip, your free bet. Did I miss that in there? No, I think that's it. I'll have all the terms and conditions on a post tomorrow on the Finish Line website, which I will share on all our social media. Again, it starts tomorrow. I'll actually tell you the double for tomorrow. That will be live from 11 o'clock to 12 midday. It is, as soon as my phone loads, it's Bellewstown 6 o'clock, Mercia Me, and Tipperary 5:15 Durasso. That is going to be boosted tomorrow from 11 to 12. I'll have the link as always on our Twitter page. You can click on it there and it'll bring you straight to it. But if you don't see the link, it's in the sports section and it'll be under specials and you'll see Finish Line boosted double. That's done. Another one. I have finally can confirm that our Finishing Line Golf Day is happening August 20th in Waterford Castle. We have minimum places of 42, so it'll be either split into 3 balls or 4 balls, whatever way you want to do it. Prizes are going to be announced. We were talking about them last night, but we just want to get the list together and what order we want to do it in. There will be prizes for longest drive and closest to the pin, as always. So it is 40 per person, but you get your dinner included in that after golf. So what way we're going to do it, you can pay your green fee to our PayPal, which is the Finishing Line 2017 at gmail.com. And then if you just send an email, if you paid more than one person, just with the team you have and who's paid, and we can just mark it all off and keep on top of it all. You get an email back from us, well, from me, confirming that everything's sorted, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it's the August 20th. It's a Friday. It's on in Waterford Castle. First tee off is 12 o'clock. The last one is 2 o'clock. So again, 42 places minimum, up to 50 something. But I'll have all the things up on our page the weekend. So me and Dave are playing. Gavin Lynch is coming down. As far as I know, he said he's coming down. We want to try to get a few more down, but
Andrew Blair White surely plays golf.
Oh, ABW. I'll get on the beller to ABW. He surely come down.
He's got a golfing head on him now.
If not, he'll do the commentating on it. He commentates on everything.
That'd be deadly.
Commentates on cricket.
Yeah, everything. He's his foot and everything. Fair play to him. Yeah, I must text ABW. Lads from Next Gen, see if they get. Oh no, they'll have to quarantine for like 6 weeks. Poor lads.
Oh, it's so true.
Can we tell them what one of the prizes is going to be?
What?
Can we tell them what one of the prizes is going to be?
Oh yeah, you can tell. Yeah, you can tell your one if you want. Yeah.
This is worth turning up for, that. So if you're playing in is it 4 balls or 3 balls or whatever?
It depends on numbers.
But however many people in your team, be it 4 or be it 3, one of the prizes for, I don't know what it's going to be for, but one of the prizes,
first or second prize.
First or second prize is invitation to a tour of Henry de Bromhead's yard on one of the Pimlico open mornings. So we're in the process of planning all the Pimlico open mornings coming up for the rest of the year, and when they can be. And you and your other team members will be invited along for a behind-the-scenes tour of Henry's yard and see all the stars that are there and all the Pimlico horses as well. So, decent prize, I think. It's cool to see.
It's worth the entry fee alone. It's a money can't buy prize, Tom.
Unless you join Pimlico Racing.
Exactly. Well played.
I'm getting better at this.
I may as well say the other one. Look, we don't know a way to put it yet. The first prize or second prize will be the one from town to Pimlico, and the other one will be an all expense paid trip to Punchdown Festival, hotel, transfer, tickets to the races for next year. I was going to do Dublin Race Festival, but probably God only knows with this place we won't be here. Be able to go. Punchdown's a safer bet. So you'll be put up in Louis Fitzgerald Hotel. You'll have tickets to the races. You'll have your transfer over and back, and you're gonna have free bets as well. Give you a few free bets or nice like that. So that's the first and second prize. Look, two of them may as well be joint first prizes. Whoever wins can pick which one they want.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
So want the winner, so I don't have to pay for it all. Right, that's that done. What's the odds of it landing in front of me again?
Wow.
All right,
Racing.
26 minutes and we're talking about race. That was actually a good chat, lads. Enjoyed that. I might not enjoy this one too much. I don't know if you check prices because I don't think there's prices yet.
There's no prices.
But we're
for this
starting on Friday. I was meant to say this earlier. Get the runners. Right, the runners. This is Friday. Sandown have their Coral Eclipse meeting. So we are going to start with the Coral Marathon over 2 miles. Dave.
Entries are Max Vega, Mildenberger, Mirando, Red Verdon, the Grand Vizier, and Withhold.
Just in Mildenberger, just a great name.
Yep.
It's a great name that's going to be called across the line first. But Tom, start with you. Who's going to win the Coral Marathon?
There are actually prices up with a bookmaker who won't be named for this. Mildenberger's 9-4. Mirando 4-1.
He's gone. Like.
I know. I was trying to
kill
airtime. No, we're not. Go on. Dave, who's going to win the Coral Marathon?
I'm going to go for Red Verdon, but I don't have any strong feeling.
Okay, I'm going to go with Mildenberger. And wait, she's back.
Did I disappear?
Yeah.
He thinks we disappeared.
The editing will find out.
You just started talking, and I was like, "Why are they not listening to me?"
You stopped at the prices are, and you just went.
Okay, so the prices are Mildenberger 9-4, Mirando 4-1, Withhold 4-1, Max Vega 5-1, Red Verdun 5-1, and the Grand Vizier 13-2. Look, my opinion was probably Mildenberger. I know he's got some good form in the all weather, but he also has some good form on the turf going back to his younger days. It's a tricky race though. This, like, it wouldn't surprise me if bloody probably would surprise me if he won because he doesn't win too often. But Red Verdun, even if he got his head in front, he hasn't won. He won last year, in fairness to him, and he won in a small field. So, he ran very well the last day against Roberto Escobar. At 5-1, I might take a chance on him. Mildenberger is probably the one.
Yeah, I'm same. I had Mildenberger down. Look, he came back with a 5th in the Northumberland Plate last week. Lost the position about 3 furlongs out, but he stayed on really well. This is a small field, and I think he'll be able to dictate it from the front. I think Frankie's booked up on him, which dampers enthusiasm to say the least. But look, this is a kind of track that's going to suit his running style. If you kick off at the bend just before the hill, I think he'll outstay him up the hill. Look, he finished in front of Trushan last time. As Tom said, he's very good form on the all-weather, but he's also very good form on the grass. But I think he's a good bet. I think he's going to be hard to beat.
And I said Red Verdun for me.
Moving on. Still on Friday, and we're going to go with the Gala Stakes Lister race over 1 mile too. God.
The entries are Yukon Glen, Father of Jazz, excuse me, Foxtail, John Leaper, and Gloucestershire.
Gloucestershire. Where are you going? John Leaper?
It'd be a watching brief for me. I really like Yukon Glen in soft ground, but if John Leaper can't win this getting weight from the older horses, then he just has no hope of being a decent horse.
Now, John Leaper, he's getting what, £12 or something
£12 from Yukon
from
Glen.
Yukon Glen. I just don't think this small field is going to suit him whatsoever. I think he's going to pull like a nutcase once again. I can't see it being a mad gallop. They're kind of holding up Yukon Glen now. He used to be a front runner, kind of.
I don't know what to do with him.
And,
Whether the races run to suit or not, he should be beating him, getting all the way.
He should be beaten, but his running style, he hasn't learned how to settle yet. I just think he's an absolute nutcase. Look, he's getting £12 from me. He's getting weight on everything bar Gloucestershire. So technically, yes, he should win. Can you trust him? No, not after the last time. Look, he's beaten 20 lengths in the Derby. This is a big drop down in
trip.
to be
honest, I don't think Frankie should have been on him though, because he didn't know the horse at all either.
It's a big drop down in grade. Yukon Glen was a very good winner. The race before last, he was only beaten 4 lengths, or he won 4.5 lengths in the Brigadier Gerard, and he was 4th in the Wolverton Royal Ascot, I think, running on late on. This is a drop down drop down a grade, course and distance form. Out of all of them, he's the one you can trust. What price he is, I don't know. It'll be price dependent on whether I do this or not. I'm not going to go near
6-4.
He's 6-4. What's John Leaper?
Oh, sorry. John Leaper 6-4. Yukon Glen 5-2. Foxtal 4-1. Father Jazz 13-2. Gloucestershire is 8-1.
I'd be more likely to back you.
I take a chance on Yukon Glen. It's not even a chance. It's the only thing I can see stopping him winning is the weight concession. That's the only thing I can see him stopping him winning. He's in unbelievable form. John Leaper just needs to learn how to settle, and I think the run of the race is not going to suit him. He's going to be pulling like an absolute lunatic. I think he's going to win. I think he's a lot more mature, has the form over course and distance. He is the one for me. Where are you going, Tom?
I thought John Leaper would win this. Back down to mile 2, I think it'll suit him. I thought he got an awful ride in the Derby. Mm-hmm. I have no idea what Frankie was doing on him. He rushed him up on the outside really fast, and he just gave him no chance, basically. Back down to a mile 2, I think will suit. I think he good to soft ground will suit him fine. And as we say, the weight concession. He carries 9 stone. Yukon Glen carries 12 pounds more than him. If Yukon Glen can give him 12 pounds, then, fair play. That's going to be a hell of a performance. It's just ironic, isn't it? With Frankie riding at Sandown on Friday, they could have had Frankie, but they've now chosen to go back to Adam Kirby, who they'd originally got booked for the Derby and then jocked off for Frankie. So it's just funny how racing works, isn't it?
Do you know what people should learn now? This happened 2 years in a row. Don't jock off your original jockey for Frankie Dettori.
Just let the jockey that knows the horse ride the horse. It's just ridiculous.
The funny thing is, Adam Kirby had never ridden him either. Buick had ridden him twice, and Holly Doyle had ridden him once. I just presumed before that.
I actually thought Holly would be on him, but they chose Kirby because he rode Snow Fairy and he knows the trainer and so on and so forth. But at least he'd know the horse a little bit better than Frankie anyway.
Now, the only problem is Ed Dunlop, not the greatest trainer in the world.
No.
That would put me off as well. But
yeah, I like the horse, but I wouldn't back him at that price, not a hope.
Who are you going for then?
Yukon Glen.
Yukon Glen. 2 for Yukon. You're going, John?
I'll go John Leaper, but I see what you're saying. Like, he's not one I'd want to steam into at 6-4. But the same goes for Yukon Glen. He's not one I'd want to steam into at 5-2. So, yeah, I'll watch that race. But John Leaper is my idea of the winner.
All righty then. Moving on to Saturday. Coral Charge. Sprintons are great names. Betting is running underneath there. Arecibo, the favourite, ran a massive race last time in the King's Stand. Behind Oxted finished second, but he does have to turn around form with Lazuli. same difference. And came from the dark from their Newmarket run. Nahar has come back from a below par run in the Diamond Jubilee. Dave, where do you think the winner is coming from here? Do you think Arecibo, whatever the hell his name is going to back up that form? I don't think, because I'll tell you why. That race at Ascot was ran a million miles an hour, and he was the perfect horse to be ridden in that race. I don't think he's going to be run as fast.
No, it came from the dark from me. I was putting him up as an outsider in the Ascot preview, and Sam was telling us that he wasn't going to run. He just should have won the day. I think it was at Newmarket when Lazaloy bet him. Holly rode him really well the first time she was on him, and she tried to do the same thing, and she just made a bit of a mistake. But
that's very conservative of you. When
he's a hard horse to win with, in the fact that he needs to be like dropped on the line. He's one of those horses. He likes passing horses at the end of the race, almost like Soul Power used to be.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely he was the most talented horse in that race, and definitely he should have won. He got bumped at the wrong time and then just failed to get up. I think he's the most progressive one. They seem to have finally got the trick with him, what way to ride him, what he likes. He had King's Lynn in behind him in the race. He beat Garris and King's Lynn. Mm-hmm. King's Lynn has well and truly franked that form as well. He's probably a group winner in waiting as well at some stage, or a big handicap. I just think he has everything. And if he gets a good draw at Sandown, I think really fast track is going to suit him down to really well.
Yeah, I agree totally. He's my idea of the winner. Just echoing what Dave said there. And I think the stiff finish to Sandown, not even the hill, stiff finish, the hill, whatever it's called. My head is gone now. I think that's going to suit him down to the ground. Look, he stays 6 furlongs, so there's plenty of stamina in this for him. I don't know what way the weather's going over there. It's been raining the last while. You go look, the weather won't be any problem to him. It goes on anything. As Dave said, they've learned how to ride him and how to deliver him, and I just think he wins. I think the favourite now will drift big time. That race at Ascot was run at 100 million miles an hour, and he just came through beating horses. He did run a very good race, but he has form still to find with the other two on any normal day running of it. He needs this thing to be run like the Clappers. He needs about 6 front runners cutting each other's throats.
With how that race was running at Ascot, I'm nearly positive came from Dark was in it, he would have won.
Nahar,
terrible at Ascot.
It was awful at Ascot. You needed to see come back from that. But yeah, Came from the Dark is the one for me. And what's his name again? Lazaloy. I think it'll be the one following him home. I think the two of them will be the first two. What's that? Dave just showed me something there. Tom Marquand is booked up on 2 horses in the same race. God, he's that good. We're at 2 horses.
Who are you going for, Tom?
Sorry, Tom.
I am actually pretty strong on Arecibo. Robert Cow's horse, the favourite. 7-2, I think, is a very, very fair price. He's only had the 4 runs for Robert Cow from switching from David O'Meara. The last of them coming when he was second, obviously, in the King's Stand, came from miles back that day, like miles back. I think Spencer's ridden him once now. That was his first ride on him, and I think he'll know him a bit more now. The day at Newmarket, the winner actually came across him. Lazuli came across him. And Tom Marquand just had to absolutely grab a hold of him and stop riding. He just nudged. He knew his chance was gone then. Once that happens in a 5 furlong race, your chance is gone. And he just grabbed a hold of him then and just ran on. He was good then the next day at Newmarket, as he would want to have been in a handicap off of 99. He absolutely bolted up that day. I'm really keen on him, to be honest. I think there's some disappointing horses in behind him in the betting. The most being Nahar, who we were all over the last day for Royal Ascot, and he got beat. Came Came from the Dark is just a horse I'm not a massive fan of, just for whatever reason. I'm just not a massive fan. And I think this lad, you know, as you say, he's only had 4 starts for Robert Cowell. Jamie Spencer's on. The key thing is he didn't win that Group 1, so he doesn't have a penalty. And yeah, I think he's going to take a lot of beating in this.
Okay, that's the makings of a good race anyway. But we will soon find out. I think, yeah, look, if he backs up that performance, he will be hard to beat. He needs a very strong pace. Just going on what I saw, I think he needs a very strong pace. But look, I think the winner is going to come out with them 3 anyway.
I don't know if he does need a strong pace. I think he'll settle, and Jamie Spencer on him will help him settle. And yeah, I think he knows him now. I don't think he'll be as far back as he was the last day. So,
all right, move on to the Group 1. Coral St. Mark Basilica. Dave loves Group 1 over 1 mile 2. The betting from Hollywoodbets is Miss Riff is 8-5, St. Mark's Basilica 7-4, Adabe is 10-3, Armory 6-1. Wonderful Tonight is 8, Japan 12, and L Drama 25-1. St. Mark Basilica Fan Club President.
Yeah, no, it's probably a disappointing turnout really for the number of runners in the race, but some good horses in it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think him getting weight is just. He's just a very good colt. He's by a mile the best colt that Aiden has this year. And probably he didn't have too many good ones last year either. I think that form in France is probably decent enough. And it's just the way he's been winning his races as well. He travelled like a superstar the last day in the French Derby and just kicked away and raced to bed then over and out.
I don't think that form's up to much.
Well, we'll see.
Like the first day, he was beaten. Look, he's a very good colt. Before I even say this, the Poetic Flare was the only decent horse he beat, and he had an off day for sure. I just think Miss Riff's form is outstanding. When over his last 2 runs alone, Shima Classic win and Saudi Cup win, he beat a horse called Shantran. I was writing this down so fast, can't even remember. He beat him by 4.5 lengths. Oh no, he beat him. He didn't beat by 4.5 lengths, but the race before that, he won a Group 1 by 4.5 lengths easily. And he beat a horse called, I'm just going to make a murder of this, a Japanese horse. Chronogenesis. I was right. He since had to win the Group 1 by 2.5 lengths. Before that, he was beaten 3.75 of a length. And then behind Amadoi, who we all know is probably Japan's best ever horse. I think that form is unreal. He's been improving non-stop. Look, he is giving a hell of a lot of weight away. That's the thing. If St. Mark Basilica is what we hope he is, the best 3-year-old, he should be taking advantage of this weight concession. It's been on soft ground he's been winning on, hasn't it?
Yeah, but it's going to be good to soften it. It could be soft.
Is it still rain? I don't know if it's still raining.
He said it won't be good to farm anyway. There'll be no farm in the description.
I think Miss Riff is very hard horse. He's battles no matter what. He'll give you everything. His form is there. Look, I'm not going to have a bet on it because I think it's going to be one hell of a race. But hand on heart, I think Miss Riff will win. Tom, what do you think?
Yeah, a lot of me wanted to put up St. Mark's Basilica. I think getting £8 is going to make this very interesting. My opinion, my gut tells me that this year's 3-year-olds are not up to much at all. And what tells me what I have even more of a convincing feeling about is that the French 3-year-olds are not up to much at all. So I question his form. Look, he was a Group 1 winner as a 2-year-old at Newmarket. He beat Wembley that day. That was obviously a very good performance as well. Yeah, look, it's going to be a close race, but my head just says go with the form and just go with Mishrif. I've loved him since he won a listed race at Newmarket last year. that race where he beat Volkan Star and what was the other, Valdkonig. That was in June last year, and I've been a fan of his since. He's only got beat once since then in 5 runs, and that was at Ascot. And I really, really think he's an exceptional horse. Do I think St. Mark's Basilica is an exceptional horse? No. So on the balance of that, I'm going to go with Mishriff.
Yeah, I was all St. Mark's Basilica till I actually sat down today and I went properly through the form of the two of them. I went through the horse of St. Mark's Basilica beat, and they haven't done anything since bar Poetic Flair. Mistress form, it's there. It's proper Group 1 form. It's up there with the best of them. Look, to me, the 3 rows aren't much of much this year, bar St. Mark. But if he is what they say he is, he'll be going very close. But I think just the form that's there, he's miles ahead as of now. And the £8 will make it close, but I still think he'll have enough to win it. Are we missing that?
He'll give him a good race, I reckon.
It will.
And a Dave is knocking around there as well. Like,
To be honest, I think a Dave is the danger, not Mishriff.
Yeah, don't rule a Dave out.
Is it still raining down London?
And if it's still lashing and the ground goes heavy, wonderful tonight. It'll be right.
Just talk about pulling her out to say that the weather's meant to pick up from tomorrow.
If she runs, it means she has a chance because they know the ground is right for her.
He was doing some bitching though the other day. I seen that Racing Post. The trainer of him.
David Manussier.
Yeah. Look, it wouldn't surprise. Look, it's going to be a hell of a race, but I don't know. Heart says head says Misriff. So does look. I don't know. Move on, Andrew. Move on. You're talking shite now. Moving on. Last race we're going to cover today is the Lancashire Oaks Group 2. I've been there. Huh? Alpinista 2-1. Mystery Angel 6s. Dubai Fountain 6s. Tribal Craft 12s. And 7-1 bigger the rest. Tom, start with you. Who's going to win this one?
Mystery Angel gets an awful lot of weight here. She ran an absolute blinder in the Oaks. An absolute cracker she ran. She's tough as old boots. She gets a lot of weight off of Alpinista. And I think if you wanted to back a horse each way in this, she'd be the one I'd be backing each way. I'd give her a really good chance. Yeah, she's the one for me in this.
Dave?
Mystery Angel as well. She's really tough. She holds her form, which a lot of fillies and mares don't. They can tend to run badly here and there, where I think you're nearly guaranteed she'll run up to the form and the rating she has. And she's getting about £10. I think it's fairly obvious, to be honest.
I think Alpinista just wins.
You love that horse.
I just really do think she just wins. Her comeback round, she wasn't anywhere near fit. She battled up to win. This has been her target all along. I just think she's very tough. Look, she does have to give Mystery Angel a good bit of weight, but I think Mystery Angel's beating 14 lengths by Snow Fairy, and they're all in heat behind her.
One must remember it's at Haydock, and if Mystery Angel leads, she definitely will win.
Not necessarily.
It's Haydock.
I know, but I think it's Alpinista. I just literally wrote down this for about 10 minutes. Alpinista just wins, and then I had to write something about it. I think she's the best of them. Look, Mystery Angel is decent. She got B14 lengths in the Oaks. Wow. Everything else got whooped in as well. But yeah, she's a sharp price, but I think she's a worthy sharp price favourite. I think she'll just win. La Lune is one I think will actually run well. She's been in very good form this season. She's backed up her comeback win with a Group 3 win. Quite easy one. I think she's a good each way price at 10-1. But for me, Alpinista wins. But probably get done by a stranger now. After all that, just win choice.
Most likely.
Probably not though. Most right. Nap's the next best, and we're done.
St. Mark's Basilica is my nap, and my next bestest came from the dark.
Tom?
You're gonna love this, lads. We're going off piste again here.
We're going to Wolverhampton.
Not quite Wolverhampton, but hopefully on Sunday at Limerick, a mile 0 to 70 handicap.
He's back.
Just the kind of races. That comment really wound me up, and I said, "That's it." I'm putting some effort into this now. A horse called Zahi of John McConnell's. John McConnell's been out
here we go. Next
for a little while, but he's had a few horses run well recently. He actually had a winner today in Tipperary. They're bouncing back to form. Zahi was a very unlucky loser the last day at Leopardstown. That was only his second start for John. He was 40-1 that day. He won't be 40-1 on Sunday if he runs. That was off 62. He's up to 65. It's only £3. He's beaten a length from 3/4. He literally could have won with a clear run. The form is working out. The 4th has gone and been placed again. The 5th has come out, was 2nd, and Musalsal, I think, went and won again after that, or was 4th. Was 4th in a better race at Nice. So the form stacks up, and yeah, I give him a chance.
That really did bother you that much, didn't it?
Yeah.
Right into detail.
This is like an app. Like, you should be sure of it. It sounds like you're trying to fucking convince yourself.
No, I just going for the form. No, I'm keen. I'm going to back him on Sunday if he runs, definitely.
Who's your next best?
My next best is going to be Mishriff.
My nap is Meldenberg, and my next best is Came from the Dark. Because I didn't look at that in this. Well, if Shauna runs on Sunday, obviously she's in the whole nap of the week. Obviously. All right, Tom.
Yeah. We got another horse as well. We got so many horses now, I forget to mention them on the podcast.
Did you get another horse?
Baron Wild.
Oh,
we mentioned him, though.
We did mention him.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes. When I was here?
No, you were off that day, I think.
No, I was off. Yeah. Baron Wild shares are now for sale. He's a bit of a cheaper one than we've got a couple of dearer ones recently. So shares in him are from €390 for 2.5%. And then you're 70 a month. Full financial statements, budgets, everything you get along with it, and you get your money back if it's not spent. He's a cracker, I think. There's a video of him on our Twitter and our social media. Real athletic horse. He's by Zoffany. We obviously love Zoffany after Zoffany Bay to go
How
jumping.
Is this off? Sorry,
He's good.
finish that. Sorry.
He's good. And yeah, we're looking forward to him a lot. He should have won in Sligo, and then got hampered at Leopardstown. He was hampered the time before that in Cork as well. He was in front stride after line at Sligo. So yeah, really looking forward to him. And I think he's one of those, he could nearly go and win. He looks well handicapped on the flat of 67. So he could go and win on the flat, I imagine, and go jumping as well. So yeah, lots of fun to be had with him.
And he goes to Henry the Bromhead, who could literally train Harvey to go to win a race.
Yeah, he's a good trainer. Zoff's good. Guy's done procedure on his legs and is back on the walker. So he'll go on the walker for about 4 or 5 weeks, probably about 3 weeks now, actually. And then he'll go out in the field. So
all roads lead to Shetland then?
We'll see. We might have to skip it next year with him. We might not get him back in until December, I wouldn't imagine. So we'll see.
Loads of time, Tom.
All roads lead to dinner.
First run of the season. You got fairly agitated for like a minute there.
I'm so hungry now and tired.
So am I.
Been going since 6 a.m.
Oh, have you? It's okay.
Thanks.
It's okay. Anyway, we're back on Sunday with Talking Points, and we will be looking back on everything that happened and Shauna's 6-length win on the bridle at Tramore, where you'll see Dave jumping up and down on the winning post.
Nice.
Or should I say the finishing line? But we will be back Sunday with Talking Points, and we will look back over everything and any news that we have. We will go through it out as well. But again, thanks for watching. Comment below with your naps and express. If you have to subscribe, and you won't miss out on any of the content coming up in the next few weeks. So we will see you on Sunday.